Imagine you are running a company and suddenly one of your employees meets with an accident on the job. He can't work for a few weeks, medical bills are shooting up, and his family is stressed. Now, as an employer, you want to support him. But let's be honest, how long can you keep paying full salary plus medical expenses out of your own pocket? This is exactly where ESIC, Employees State Insurance Corporation, comes in. It's like a joint safety net. For our employees, it ensures financial and medical security. And for you, it ensures compliance and reduces your direct liability. I am Rudri Bhatt and today I will tell you everything you need to know about ESIC as an employer. So what exactly is ESIC? ESIC is a statutory body under the Ministry of Labour and Employment set up under the ESIC Act of 1948. In simple words, it's a scheme that gives you social security and health insurance to employees earning up to Rs 21,000 a month and up to Rs 25,000 for persons with disabilities. The purpose is very clear: to support employees and their families in case of sickness, maternity, disability, employment injury, or even death caused by work. Basically, कुछ भी हो जाए, employees and their dependents are financially protected. This also has massive benefits for the employer, जो हम बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे. But is ESIC applicable to you or not? Well, if you run a factory with 10 or more employees, or you are in businesses like shops, hotels, transports, private schools, or hospitals, ESIC registration is mandatory. This is not optional. Now, let's talk about the contribution. You can think of it like the insurance premium for ESIC. The amount for the benefits is not directly borne by the government but is contributed to. Both you and your employee share. You pay 3.25% of wages and the employee contributes 0.75%. So, in total 4%. For example, if someone's salary is 20,000 rupees, you pay about 650 rupees and your employee pays 150 rupees. That's it. And in return, ESIC covers medical bills, provides sickness and maternity benefits, and even pensions in case of tragedies. But here's the part that most founders ignore: the timelines. Contributions must be deposited by the 15th of the next month, and ESIC runs in 2 cycles, from April to September and from October to March. Once you start contributing, you keep doing it till the cycle ends. Now, let's make this practical. What are the real benefits? For you as an employer, the biggest benefit is that you don't have to directly bear the heavy cost of accidents or illnesses. And when employees know company has their back, their trust and productivity shoot up. And your employees get seamless medical care for themselves and their families, sickness benefits where 70% of wages are paid for up to 91 days in a year, 26 weeks of fully paid maternity leave, 90% wages covered in case of disability, a pension for dependents if there is a death due to work, and even 15,000 rupees towards funeral expenses. But let me be real with you. If ESIC has its benefits and it is a mandate, the not complying can hurt bad. Delayed payments attract 12% annual interest. On top of that, damages of 5 to 25% can be levied depending on how late you are. And if you don't pay at all or give false statements, the penalty can go up to Rs 25,000 and even imprisonment up to 5 years. Now imagine getting dragged into court or paying lakhs in penalties just because of negligence. Not worth it, right? There are a few other important things that employers and HRs must know about ESIC. For startups or companies with fewer than 10 employees, ESIC doesn't apply yet. But here's a catch: you must still mark your company as dormant on the ESIC portal within 6 months. If you don't, the system auto-activates your registration and penalties may start piling up. And if your account is active, you will have to file nil returns every month, even if no contribution is due. There's another important point: if your office is located in an ESIC zone where a dispensary is nearby, you must register under ESIC. But if you are in a non-ESIC zone and there is no dispensary nearby, then you must register under Workmen's Compensation Act. And yes, employees can use private hospitals if ESIC hospitals don't have proper facilities, but only when referred by ESIC officers. And before I wrap this up, let me stress on that one compliance that most founders forget. Every employee and their dependents must be registered within 10 days of joining. This step is absolutely critical. So when you look at it practically, ESIC isn't just a law, it's a safety net that saves you money, keeps you legally safe, and builds trust with your employees. At Engage, we make sure companies like yours stay fully compliant with ESIC, PF, and other HR laws so you can focus on growing your business while we handle the HR and compliance headaches. If you need professional support for HR management and compliance, reach out to us through www.mgage.work or comment below. This is Rudri Bhatt signing off. See you in the next video.